Backcountry skiing combines hiking and climbing and requires remote and undeveloped areas that receive a consistent amount of snowfall during the winter. Not things one would waste time looking for in Southern California. But should they? Southern California, most famous for its beaches and sprawling coastal development. If asked to visualize the region, most will think of surf breaks surrounded by waterfront mansions and freeways linking the never-ending urban areas that seamlessly blend into one another. But there's much more to this region past the glittery coast. Inland, about an hour drive from the sea, is a whole other outdoor playground. Formed where the San Andreas Fault snakes up from Baja and pulls coastal California away from the North American plate, creating a region of low-lying deserts surrounded by more ancient mountain ranges. This plate movement that stretches interior California has created huge variations in elevation, most notably in Mount San Jacinto. From its base near Palm Springs to its summit, it rises roughly a mere 600 feet above sea level to close to 11,000 feet in roughly 7 miles, making this location one of the greatest elevation changes in the contiguous U.S. For comparison, that's an elevation jump 2 times higher than Mount Elbert, the highest mountain in Colorado, 1.3 times higher than Mount Hood in Oregon, and 1.2 times higher than Mount Whitney, the highest mountain in the country. And while its location makes it fickle, yes, it does get snow. So I'm packing for what is the first trip of the season. The main thing with going out in Southern California is patience. I've had plenty of seasons where I get way too eager. There's like one snow flurry and I immediately want to head out and check it out and convince myself that there'll be coverage somewhere. And that's just usually not the case.
All right, come on.
And then also conversely, on the other end of the spectrum, if you wait too long down here, it can all totally melt out, and that actually might be the entire season. So there's been a storm and there's a little bit of coverage, but not too much. So we're actually just going to use it as a scouting mission and check out a new area on San Jacinto. I've done the trail from the tram up to the summit, but I've never actually really scouted out the snow from Idlewild up to the summit. I'm pretty sure it's pretty heavily forested, so I don't even know if it's a possibility. But since this weekend there probably isn't any snow to splitboard anyway, it'll be an awesome time just to go out, snowshoe, get out the equipment, practice with it, figure out if anything's damaged from last year, and check out a new area and see if there's any possible lines we can hit later in the season. The town on this side of the mountain never commercialized to the extent that Big Bear did. SoCal's ski resort capital in the mountains just north. The result is a quaint old western feel
and a quirkiness in its architecture and residence that never gets old. I mean, its mayor is a golden retriever, and that alone is enough of an intro for this cool mountain town.
Woke up at about 3:30 this morning to get up out here, and we are now breaking trail, which is an awesome reward. Definitely not enough coverage for me to really want to risk splitboarding, but it is really cool to be out here right now.
Later that morning, we got a reminder of how quickly alpine weather can change, from bluebird conditions to completely socked in.
All right, so we made it to the top of the ridge. There's some afternoon weather coming in, so there's no point of really looking at the other side that looks down into the Salton Sink. So I think we're actually just gonna gear up and head back down. Most of the way we're gonna be boot packing, so it's not gonna be a fast descent. But anyway, it was pretty cool to get out here, kind of scope conditions. Doesn't really look like this mountain actually has enough coverage. So it was a good scouting mission just to know to not waste my time on the other side with the tram.
Very quickly, I couldn't resist strapping in to see if just maybe I could ride a little bit. But I was hitting more rocks than not, and I quickly gave up on that idea. This mountain was going to have to wait. I just didn't realize how soon I'd get another chance at it. Because those early storms that usually gave way to weeks of dry spell just kept on coming during the first weeks of January.
Hello. We might find some snow, and we might not.
I can't imagine there wouldn't be. I mean, it's been raining like crazy.
There's this guy called San Jacinto John, and he provides daily trail updates. Very dedicated soul.
The San Jacinto Trail Report from right here at San Jacinto Peak. Morning, folks, and I'm here at San Jacinto Peak. Good morning, San Jacinto Trail Report from San Jacinto Peak.
Supposedly it's 2 feet at the summit, 18 inches down to like where we camped.
Is that like the best bet for sure?
I think so, because I was even just looking up like, okay, what if we did those hills right next to Gorgonio? I think because of the forest fires, I think there's so much fallen trees and like wood and all that stuff that like you need like 3 feet. And then I looked at some pictures of Baldy Bowl, that was pretty sparse. And that's just such a zoo, I don't want to deal with it. So I was thinking this might be the most fun. It'll get us right up to like 9,000 feet. We can get to the summit and we can figure out, you know, we might go get some turns somewhere along there.
All right, cool. Yeah, that sounds good.
We are up bright and early. I'm already at a red light somehow, no one's on the road. And I'm on my way to get Mr. Clark. We've been watching the storms hit the past, week and a half. I think it's gonna be rideable. It should be a lot of fun. We're gonna do a cheat day and just get way up to high elevations because everything else, it keeps raining below that. And we'll take the tram and hopefully get us a summit. If we don't get a summit, that's really pathetic. Should be a lot of fun. A nice easy day, and maybe we'll actually get some turns in without having rocks and bushes everywhere. We'll see though. Are you excited to be awake?
Yes.
Very early?
Oh no, I have a baby now, so I'm used to it.
Are you going to be as excited you woke up this early if we get up there and we can't get any turns in?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, because I haven't really done anything for the last 2 months. So.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's not awesome, but I'm happy you're excited.
To ski the summit, there are multiple routes up, but there is also a more European cheating way. This lift makes this run a perfect route to bring along friends who aren't looking for a long slog approach. And after a mere 15-minute ride through sheer spires of granite, we were on the snow and already skinning up.
Oh yeah. What is this interessante feature hiding up here?
You! Clark is coming up. Beautiful day. Full splitter right off the tram. We're not used to that. We're used to very long slogs in 70-degree weather and then usually not finding any snow. And usually Clark is telling me, I think there's no snow, but then I make him go anyway. So this is a nice surprise. This is epic.
Such an amazing view. Right now you can see down the PCT winds that crest. There's Ansel Rock. Palomar Mountains is back there. Laguna Mountain, I think you can see. San Diego is back over there.
And much sooner than we expected, we gained the summit ridge and shortly after the summit, which offered some of the best panoramic views of all of Southern California. From the Salton Sea near Baja, to the Santa Anas in Orange County, and the LA Basin framed to the north by the San Gabriels and the San Bernardinos.
How you feel?
Successful. Made it. Freaking beautiful up here tonight and today too.
Yeah, this view is way more epic than I remembered. Yeah, you can see Catalina, the 360 view.
Yeah, I think.
We even got a little air show up there, as Riverside County Sheriff's Department did a search and rescue training mission. What I love about splitboarding is that you get everything that comes with hiking: remoteness and natural beauty. But then when you're tired, looking at your long return trip, you get an express ticket back down to your starting point.
All right, my friend. It's like low tide, so basically surfing the reefs right now.
Yeah. You going to right over there?
I think I'm gonna, what way do you want to go? Oh, so nice not to have a backpacking bag on. Yeah, let's start heading this way. And then start going left. Yeah, we could use a little more. I think this is our way.
Oh yeah! Hot stuff!
Ooh, there's a big boulder. Ooh. Do it. This is awesome. Or not. Okay.
Well, tight quarters, but it's...
I think
This is much to throw like.
Oh, have we chosen poorly? All right. It's a very cool style you've just invented. We're like super close to the tram. I'm gonna call it. I'll see you back there. Delicious beer.
Yes, victorious.
It does make it taste a lot better when you summit.
And when you didn't drink enough water.
Yes, I'm a little worried about the headache that's approaching.
It might not compare to other locations, but to us, the adventure doesn't ride on if the snow is garbage or not. If we can safely ski it and explore new places, that's all we need for a win. And even more importantly, with Clark being in the depths of new dadism, hearing him say this trip was exactly what I needed made me happy that after so many epics that I dragged him on, we nailed a solid day.